Hello everyone, I'm Liz of SYNTHFOX, and this is a bouncing ball tutorial for our ebb and flow module. The bouncing ball simulation is a textbook analog computing task, and while one of the simplest simulations one could compute in analog, it is very musically useful. It is also a good starting point for an arbitrary complex ratcheting envelope using ebb and flow. In fact, you just heard a more advanced patch with the technique I'm about to show you at its core. First, let's set up the timing parameters as per the manual. This patch is described in the user manual, and setting timings up correctly is necessary for everything to work off the bat. Ebb time to 3 o'clock. Flow rise full clockwise. Fall at noon. Ebb time CV attenuverter to about 10 o'clock. Shape setting to 3 o'clock. Flow rise CV attenuverter to noon. Fall CV attenuverter to 10 o'clock. The ebb loop switch is off. Patch the flow slope out to ebb loop in. This makes ebb loop whenever the flow slope is active. Take the max output to ebb CV input. Since max selects the bigger of the two slope voltages, it's okay to use it here to get a copy of flow signal with some ebb peaks mixed in as a treat. This will make ebb loop faster the closer flow gets to its end, quite like a bouncing ball bounces faster the more energy it loses. Finally, this whole setup has to be triggered to start the bounces. I will use this high gate from the shift core generator and a custom patch cable with a button. The gate will appear at the other end whenever I press it. Set off the patch through flow's trig input. And of course, the final bouncy function is taken from the min output. Since it selects the lowest of the two slope voltages, the fast ebb spikes are going to be clamped down more and more by the slow falling flow slope, creating a natural effect of the ball bouncing lower as it loses energy. Changing the ebb time setting makes the ball bounce more or less often, representing elasticity. Flow fall time controls the overall process's length, implying gravity. And you're not locked into realistic simulations with this patch. Why not to make the ball gain energy before it starts losing it by making the flow slope rise way slower than as per the instruction? And with just two self-patched cables, ebb and flow becomes a musically useful and fluid imitation of a bouncing ball. For those who want an arcing function instead of the transient spikes that we're getting, the manual has yet another bouncing ball patch for you that does arcs. Both versions are great starting grounds for more complicated, outlandish complex functions. Thank you for your time today. I've been Aubrey. Catch you later.